Yo, what is up, guys? So I want to talk to you guys about why you should not be vegan. So first thing I want to mention, like most people talk about, is the lack of B vitamins, in particular B12, right? So we all know that vegans have had these issues. We know that there are specifically they've designed B12 supplements, and I'm gonna say particularly for vegetarians and vegans, I'm just gonna go out there and boldly say that, because they can't get B12 unless they get it from an animal source, right? And since they eat no animal sources at all, and vegetarians limited amount, it's going to be impossible for them to get the proper amount. And B12 is essential for brain function. So yeah, you're basically gonna not be thinking correctly, which is exactly how the people who push veganism, i.e. That one guy who is the leader of Microsoft, right? Which, by the way, you should look into that, why that's being funded by that person, who also just so happens to have the patent on the current issues, sickness thing. He has the patent on the injection for that. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, back to the point. Also, for why you shouldn't go vegan is you should not be vegan because vegans also don't get creatine, and creatine is essential for building muscle. Also, a lot of vegan products are soy based. I guess I don't really gotta talk about that. It depends on what kind of products you're getting, but the quality is not going to be good either way, especially if you're getting processed foods. There's a lot of vegan processed foods. I'm sure you guys know about that as well too. So if you don't have creatine, and by the way, in order to build muscle, you have to have all the components in order to build muscle. I also learned this in my college nutrition classes. This is basic conventional nutrition. This is even something that I picked up from my alternative viewpoint with nutrition. So if you don't have all the essential amino acids in order to build muscle and the nutrients, which creatine is one of those nutrients, then you're not going to be able to build muscle properly, because you have to have, it's like a formula, right? If you have a formula for building muscle and you're missing a piece of the formula, you even know this in math, like just general calculations and things like that. If you don't have the entire, I guess, factors, like you don't have all the factors for the equation, then you're not going to be able to solve it, right? It's going to be impossible. You're not going to be able to do anything with it. So those 2 points in general. You also don't have certain B6s as well too. You don't get vitamin D3, obviously, animal hormone. Vitamin D3 is super important in being healthy. You also don't get enough E vitamins, and then if you use liver as well too, you get enough vitamin C in liver. Liver has a ton of vitamin C, and not to mention vitamin A, which vitamin A is not the same as beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is the vitamin A that's found in plants, and some people can convert it, but not everyone can. So yeah, basically the point that I'm getting at is you should not be vegan, because the nutrients in animals is way more bioavailable to humans in general, because we are carnivores and we can digest it easily in that sense, especially if it's raw. But also because things such as vitamin A, which beta-carotene, like I said, can be converted by some people. I think it's roughly about 50% of the population or less can convert, but then it's like, well, how much of that is actually being converted is the first thing. Which, I mean, if you're talking about 50% of the populace being able to convert maybe 50% of the beta-carotene, which probably, honestly, it's probably not even that high. It would not make sense for it to be that high, but even if it is, you're still not getting enough vitamin A, and if you are, you're eating a shit ton of beta-carotene to the point where the other toxins found in the plant, such as carrots, and the amount of fiber that you're getting, causing you to have more constipation, is just, it's going to be so much that it's not even going to be worth it, and that's just one food that we're talking about. So yeah, it's actually ridiculous the amount of food that you would have to eat, which won't even help you when you're on a vegan diet in general anyways. But yeah. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Sorry about the cars in the background, by the way. Peace.